What is going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there? I'm back. I'm back. Did you miss me? I missed you. As always, let me know how the sound is. It's been a hot minute since we have streamed. I've been out of the country. I've been away. Then I got sick. I'm feeling a little bit better. Well enough to do this anyways, or at least try to do this and hang out with you all. How y'all doing, man? It has been a minute. PP Mohammed. Nice. Legacy. What's up, dude? Slacker. Dude, I was in paradise. What do you want me to do? I loved it. A lot of the commenters started saying it looked like I was at a tiki bar. There was this awesome, I don't even know what you would call it. There's like this, there was this 2-story tower that overlooked the ocean and then overlooked this beautiful yard and pool that at the house that we had rented, or had been rented for us actually. And so in the mornings I was able to wake up really early and go there and just get so much work done. It was really awesome. I'm happy to talk about that. If you're used to my streams, and hopefully you are, you know that we'll be doing some chit-chatting. We'll be doing some hanging out today. But we're going to get this. I want to get Thanos. I meant it when I called him the best cosmic champion. I really think he is. Definitely easily might be strong, because there's some really good cosmics out there. But definitely the best 7-star cosmic champion. And in my opinion, I think just in a few months, it'll be pretty universally like, he's the best. HeatlyBros, so, dude, thank you so much. I saw that comment you made on my community post about memberships. It's something I've been wanting to do. For a while, and I'm glad we got it done, and it seems like it's working out. And, we could talk about that again as time goes on. Stream in the hotel. What do you got? Seen? Come on. What's up? Dean, what's up, buddy? Oh, that's not good. Oh, at least we all get to see the Brazilian Wonder Woman. Mike, I consider you guys can all hear me. I'm sure you all can hear me. It seems like you can. What's up, Bandman? Are you an essential part of the community? And you are an essential part of the community, and we all appreciate you. Dude, Colin, thank you very much. That is, that's more than your typical compliment on YouTube. I really appreciate that. What's up, old man? Easy? You're headed to SF for next. Dude, one, welcome. Two, or I think you should know, and just I will say this now, in case out of nowhere the screen, like you see me run out of this room or anything very unusual. I'm actually not kidding on this one. We've had 3 earthquakes since I've been awake this morning. I woke up around 6:15. It is 11:04 in the morning, still here. And we have had 3 earthquakes that I have felt. They feel like they're getting stronger. I have lived in California my whole life, most of it in Southern California, coastal Southern California. I've lived through earthquakes as large as 6 point something, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't recall a morning like this. So hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it's just the earth letting off a little steam. Los Angeles is literally on fire right now. And so maybe, I don't know. I don't know how all these things are connected. But like I said, if you see me bounce out of here, you know why. Yeah, all right.
Not literally.
Hey, what's up, dude? DLL, what's up, man?
Hey. I'm doing good. I can't stay for long. I have an event in a half hour, but
okay.
Maybe I can see you get your butt kicked by my boy once.
Dude, well, I'm going to use your girl. She's awesome, dude. Legacy's, calling me the slacker. He's not wrong. But I didn't really get to use her until that the AOA Heimdall fight, and I was like, oh man, dude, she's awesome. I love her. And I don't know when you joined. I've met it. I titled my new champion video on Thanos, the best cosmic champion in the game. I think you would agree. If you don't, please speak up. I think the game's so grown past the idea of like one champion to do it all. So in fact, I actually had a section in the video at the very end where I'm like, I am not worried about him getting nerfed. And here's why. Like, he doesn't have any of the power manipulation immunities, those sorts of things. He doesn't have like Undermine, which I think is being asked for more and more and more in the game. That being said, big picture, I do think he is the best, great value, dual threat in Battlegrounds. Looks like he's going to be good in War. And as people are showing with their Necropolis runs, even can ramp up and do massive, massive damage there as well.
Yeah, I think you've heard this at some point. I forget if I put it into any videos, but like my mission statement with him was make old school cool again, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to try and not have like too many new abilities, which is why I resisted adding Pulverize for a while, but I decided it was necessary to make Armor Shatter work.
Yeah.
It's why he has Fury and Unstoppable and like generally older stuff. But yeah, I also did want him to slap.
Dude, and slap he does. And slap he does. And it's actually cool. I mean, I don't know all the various reasons for that motivation. I think it worked out really well. And I think a lot of people in the chat probably know I've recently taken Vox to rank 3, and Vox has been like immediately paying dividends. In fact, Misty K, who makes my thumbnails, I've given her like 6 or 7 thumbnails for the next, week or so. And then literally today I was like, hey, Misty, you're going to hate me. Can you please pause all of those? I need to prioritize Vox because I want to get a Vox video out like tomorrow morning.
I love that. I've almost taken Vox to rank 3 like 5 times. I keep like doing something else instead, but I really like their design, and I'm not surprised they scale well.
Yeah, it's the scaling as far as like the improvement of ranks, but it's also the really unique combination of the Undermine plus all of those power manipulation immunities. Like you'll obviously know more quickly off the top of your head than I do. I can't think of anyone else like that. Like, I don't think there's another champion like that that has that suite together. Is there?
Theirs might be the most absolute. Yeah.
And it is just it's like as soon as I took Vox to rank 3, it has come up time and time and time again in battlegrounds, in questing, and it's not just like the battlegrounds node we had. It's also like a fight against Prowler, right? And I like that's very small. Like I wouldn't say like they're good against Prowler, guys. Terrible, but it's an example of the sort of ass that get made in the game. I don't know. Vox has just been like, Vox is my MCoC crush right now. I'm comfortable saying that.
Yeah. No, I totally understand that. I think if I remember correctly, when they released, people were saying like, why don't they have more immunities? And it's like, excuse me?
Yeah, I think it's one of those ones where it like takes time. Like you almost need to experience it. Like you almost need to be like, oh, they were immune to that. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, that too. Oh, holy smokes, they're immune to this. Wow, they're good for Penny. Arcade as well? I think it's like one of those. I'm not sure. Hey, dude, again, since I have you on call, and I think you know a thing or two about the game is my general understanding. I always get Vicious and the other one confused. I can't think of what the other one is that I confuse it with. One like increases your chance to get the debuff. The other one
Fervor.
Thank you. Vicious is which one's Vicious? Vicious is the one that increases the potency.
Vicious increases the damage of new effects. By default, it only applies to debuffs. I believe on this relic in particular, it also applies to passives. Is the idea.
And then Amplify is power, right?
Amplify is specifically ability power, but yes.
Okay. So we're gonna switch this over. For those of you who are like, dude, what are you doing? I'm setting up the Ghost Rider relic for Deathless Guilly. I want to start this run with Deathless Guilly. So many people showed up in the chat. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for being here. Oh, I see. How you doing, dude? Dot Curd Bros. I think I even see FinTech. What's up, dude? Jay, what's up, dude? Thanks so much for being here. PP, what's up, bud? All right, so let me focus back on this because it did take me a while to join the Vox Club, PP. You're correct. You ain't wrong. All right, let me, I need to focus up on this though, man. I guess this one doesn't matter as much. And then this, so we will bind this to Guilly. And then everyone, just keep in mind that it's been a minute since I have streamed. And by a minute, I mean like probably a month and a half. And I will also fully admit that I have not gotten a lot of actually playing the game done lately. Almost all game playing has been to create videos, which has been awesome and it's been great for my channel. But I will fully admit that I am very rusty. I am incredibly rusty. Oh, I'm ruining the next crystal opening video there. You didn't see that. No one saw that. Don't go back and look. I think I've got. No, I got to put the relic on vision. Can you do that from here? I think you can, right? No.
You can. Yeah, you have to unbind it off one, then you have to click select champion again, select the target that you did have in mind, and then click bind.
Okay. So it's not the simplest, but it's way better than having to back out and all that.
Yeah, that's like where the Relics UI is overall now. There is a way to do almost everything you want to do, but it is not streamlined.
And you can't I can't change the way the relic is customized either.
You can.
Really?
Yeah, like click select relic and then bind a light up, but you can also change the runes right here.
Dude, I think you were in a stream recently telling people about this because I feel like I've heard you talking about this.
I've done this a couple times and surprised people, yeah. And I promise no one actually told me about this. This is just purely, I'm in playtests enough, where I'm testing enough different characters, that I need to switch relics. Like, I don't have the option to be lazy, it's literally part of my job. And so, frustrated button mashing has taught me some things.
Sorry, y'all, I don't normally do that on stream, but some things are gonna have to happen today. DL, if you're not watching the screen, I had to wipe my nose. K-Dog, what's up, buddy? J Will, what's up, dude? All right, let's go ahead and actually play this game. Actually, hold on. I want to see what synergies we have. Because I just did the video on all the synergies. And it's almost like the person who designed it knew what they were doing.
So I do have to say, in fairness, for the 4 you have here,
yeah.
I only really had a hand in the ones touching She-Hulk.
Because you designed She-Hulk.
Right.
Okay.
Like the full synergy team, I will claim a lot of credit for, but specifically all the stuff that's living on Thanos.
It's been really cool to watch. I mean, a lot of people who've streamed, they don't even know I was in their chat because it's like most of us, like we have it on in the background or whatever because we're working or what have you. But right. I was able to like fully watch and participate for a little bit in MSDs and MP Blazes actually. And it was cool to see how well the synergies were working out. That was really awesome.
Yeah, they're a nutty team for sure.
All right, we're gonna start with Guilly here. We've set up all of the relics, and I'm doing my best. I'm doing the best I can. Hopefully, you all have noticed the renewed effort in the channel. Probably starting like early December. And so when streaming, I have been requested. It's been requested of me to try to write down, like, especially if I'm doing like a content, when like something happens. So I'm gonna do my best to go out and do the timestamps for this. This is the Guilly Run. If y'all see me forgetting and you want to be incredibly helpful, gently remind me. Be like, hey Vega, you're supposed to do that thing. K-Dog saying DL is a sharp guy. He should apply it. Come in. Yeah, he should do that. He should do that. The swirly Thanos eyes are so cool. I want to see those. Oh, on the synergies? I was looking at the fear debuff and I was having trouble explaining what it looked like to me. And somehow I said like a cute, angry manga face. That's just what came out. And I was like, that wasn't.
I can understand that.
Well, and it was like, that wasn't embarrassingly bad enough to go back and like edit that out or do a second take. But I have a feeling most people probably rolled their eyes when they heard cute, smiley manga face. This is what booster 4. So I'm going to use them. And then big shout out actually to MP Blaze. Hasn't produced a ton of non-war content for a while now, but did phenomenal runs. He has taken all of the Deathless champions to rank 3. I've watched all of the videos he did on the Mausoleum, and then like I said, I was able to participate and be active viewing on his Necropolis run. Phenomenal player. His channel is linked in the description and the pinned comment in the chat. So if you are having any trouble with these fights, and they do look like, there's a little bit of difficulty in them, I highly recommend checking that out. I'm just going to kind of remind myself of the notes. Defenders need to heal block every time they're shot. Okay. He had a whole strategy. The defender begins with 50% energized passive when they are suffering from degen. When the attacker inflicts... what was his strategy? The attacker gains a bar power to certain charge. Okay, I think he was utilizing this part. So we might have to restart a few times. That's fine. King Kang is in the house. J-Lo, you got that right, buddy. Man, it feels like it has been forever since I've done this. I can't tell you when the last time I streamed is. Like, played the game. Because I think I did a big stream for beginning of Banquet. And that's obviously not playing. Alright, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. For those of you listening but not watching, my Guilly and my Vision and my King Groot are rank 2. She-Hulk, because I think she's awesome, is rank 3. And I also, I was able to play her a little bit. I had an idea of what she could do. I thought she would be really helpful in the Necropolis run, so I decided to rank 3 her. And then I still have some Karina's challenges to finish off. So my plan is to rank 3 Deathless Thanos before I need to do the Necro run with him. All right. Do you actually have to do these fights with only one champion, or is it just that the node set clearly is, helping out a single champion?
Yeah, it's just helping out the one.
This is going so well. I can tell I'm like getting a little cocky already and relapsing. And it's just going to take one of these champions to knock him upside the head. Do you think this, in essence, was Blaze's strategy? I can see why he suggested it. It was essentially just like, baiting these and then using this to keep knocking the opponent over bar of power. He did call out if you needed to use the SP2 from Guilly, don't use it while you have the taunt up, because that does reduce your, I believe it's offensive ability accuracy.
Infuriate, but yes.
Yeah, thank you. What did I say, taunt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember it's technically possible, I think, to get a free stagger off of the Ghost Rider relic with Guilly, but lining it up with all the buffs in this fight is tough.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's B, right? B McG has been doing some cool stuff with that, like utilizing the stagger with Purgatory, with Purgatory, which would be really nice given her kit. I should have dueled Gore a few times. We'll be okay. Famous last words. I think
that is probably the toughest one here.
Yeah, and you know what? It is Gore's SP1. He does like a thing, and then he comes around, There it is. I need to wait. Okay. There we go. He's really it's like he's leading the band, you know? He's in a marching band and he is the leader of it with the baton. He's making sure there's plenty of room, getting the crowd out of the way. Oh, see though, I messed up. I was making my band joke. Now, my Guilly is only SIG 20. So I can't afford to get hit. Blaze was being a show-off. And was showing off Guilly's healing ability because he's got a high SIG one. And so I don't have that ability. Vega cooking? Yeah, this is about as good as I get, JJ. I might have to. Oh, it's an earthquake. I gotta go. Like, there's no earthquakes in California right now. That was weird. Go out on a high note. Does anyone know if Kabam will restore quests? Accidentally restarted my Deathless run on. Oh, dude, that sucks. You can always try.
Yeah, I won't say it hasn't happened, but I'm also not going to.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to commit that live ops or support will work a certain way because that is significant work for them. And I will say that's one of those kinds of things where it's like it's technically possible for us. But the more we do it, it's like the less likely we'll do it, because if people start relying on that and aren't careful, then support could easily get overwhelmed and the policy could change to, sorry, we don't do that. And so like it's the kind of thing that just because it has been done doesn't mean it will be done.
That sadly makes sense. It's one of those things where like I get business, I also often hate business. But I get it. Word on the streets, Vega doesn't hide the ball. Yeah, so K-Dog saw today's video. I haven't said that in so long, which to me feels like a long time. It's probably been like 2 days. But I was like, I actually used it like, I ain't gonna hide the ball. Which I don't think viewers were truly making fun of me as much as they were just like yanking my chain, as they said in the 1950s. All right, let's do this. I know I want to knock this guy down a lot. I think it is Mike who called out this is where the bad things will start happening. And I think they're right. And it's mainly because I don't know how to... well, forget that, actually. That worked out pretty well. Too early. Too early. That reminds me of in Major League. Too high. What is too high?
That was a very unfortunately timed unblockable.
Yeah. and an unfortunately timed dex too.
Yeah.
There we go. We back in business.
It really is dramatic seeing his health bar chunking down and then just stopping.
Are you taunting me right now?
I just wasn't really looking at it when I was playing.
You know, I wasn't either. I'm just totally focused on this. I assume he's got the Energize going, because my man is getting specials like it's no one's business.
Yeah, it's pretty chunky.
Let's finish this off in style. Let's do it. Let's get that big blade out. Spin around. Throw it in the ground. Am I about to find out Thanos has some sort of SP3 protection? No, he does not. He is dead. All right, Thanos. You shall soon be mine. Maybe take vacation while you're cooking. Yeah, man. You know what they say? A little time off, a little time in the sun. do wonders. There's no like extra special tricky objective here, right? I don't need to worry that I'm...
No, it's pretty hard to mess up.
Oh, dude, that profile picture goes hard.
Yeah, I swapped immediately.
I'm gonna have to take a temporary break from Deadpool doing the Vega sign. No one tell me that that's not the Vega sign. In my mind, it is the Vega sign. Anyone saying otherwise is just wrong. There will be no debate. And we will not be reasonable about this. We gotta, at least for a day or two. I did switch to Dazzler for a little bit. And I am sticking with the Razzle Dazzle. And I know it says Dazzler again in my head. It says Razzle Dazzle. Because it reminds me of Chick Hearn. There's like maybe one person in the chat who knows what the hell I'm talking about. You have to not only be old, but a Lakers fan and also probably grew up in Southern California. But aside from that, it's a commonly well-known reference. What's up, Kazuri? Dude, thank you so much for all of your patience and understanding. Dave did get back to me actually today, so I really appreciate that. And they're working on it. For those who are like, what the hell is that all about? Kazuri won the 6-star relic that I was giving away and referencing in all those top 20 videos that I know a lot of you watched. I had a lot of fun putting those together. Again, as usual, there was a few misunderstandings from some people, probably not you all. And I will do my best to correct the chances of people misunderstanding them when we do them again in June. But I can see in general, people really enjoyed them. And I know a lot of you enjoyed the various Illuminati ones as well, which is awesome. All right, so we got Guilly done. Dude, that went way too well. This is definitely going to go sideways here soon.
I was here for the good one. I do have to run for that meeting, but right. Enjoy the fights. Thank you
for something. Bye, buddy. I hope you have a great meeting.
Yeah. Take care, chat, even though I don't have it up later on.
Bye, buddy. All right. I think Vision's going to be the worst by far. So we will now do King Groot. Writing this down for the timestamp. No, I can't imagine I do Necro today. In fact, I actually have some of the other Karina's challenges still to do. I only got one done while I was on vacation, and it was the one where Deathless Guilly could start. I don't remember what it was called. I downloaded MCoC Noob's guide on it, like, you know, most smart people do. And I followed it almost to the T. I think there was like one fight I used a different champion just because I enjoyed using them. And I used Crossbones for Spider-Man 2099. Once you get the rhythm of that down, it was actually pretty fun. I also really like Crossbones though. So that played into it quite a bit. So I think today we're just going to do this. I'm still pretty under the weather. And I meant what I was saying earlier, all jokes aside. I haven't streamed, I think. Played the game streaming in like a month and a half. So yeah, I just kind of want to hang out. If we finish this early and I still have time, we'll just do EQ and hang out and stuff like that. Vision is the toughest of the four. Yeah, I would think so, just because its damage is, it's the worst, you know? I mean, someone had to have the worst damage. It just happens to be Deathless Vision. I know no one's surprised. And also, I just enjoy playing them the least. So, Depressioncito, what's up, bud? I'm taking Thanos RT. Yeah, as soon as I possibly can. I did pull a champion literally last night that, just allow me one aside here. I did pull a champion literally last night that not only did I forget that they are now in the 7-star basic, but they're almost like emblematic of one of the reasons why I'm actually going to be leaving for BGs. We can talk about this a little more because I want to get into the gameplay. But I'll be leaving for BGs. I will still very much care about Battlegrounds. I still very much enjoy Battlegrounds. But you all are going to see a, let's call it like a more balanced approach for me to the game as far as like what I'm doing, putting my time in, investing in. I've always done my best to still rate champions without the Battlegrounds lens. That's one of the big things the Illuminati also does and brings to the table as well. But you'll continue to see me doing that more and more. And I pulled this champion and it was just like, I have not. I actually, because there was a small private chat where I was like, I'm actually giddy. I'm actually giddy that I pulled this champion. And it's a good thing I can't take them to rank 3 right then, because I would have. And then when I did Necropolis, I would have probably really regretted it. Back to tier 1, maybe. That is definitely almost definitely yes on the table. We'll see though. We'll see. We'll talk about that a little bit more as we go. Let me remind myself of what these nodes are. Armor break. Oh yeah, I remember Blaze talking about this. You want to get the armor breaks up. That's like extremely important. He was using so he was doing the medium, light medium into the heavy, and then it worked out really well for Omega Sentinel that's next. You still have to work around the unblockable though. And then Groot handles this part for you. All right, let's go. Kazuri, mines, my friend. Mr. Parry, that's not a good sign as we think about doing the Deathless Vision. Oh man, I'm missing parries all over. I'm not gonna restart yet. Groot's healing not as strong on this one, as we all know. I'm more worried about that unblockable with the SP1, so that's why you saw me kind of get away from that medium, light medium. Yeah, I'd say, I think let's keep going. You guys know me, I'm not above using items when I make a mistake. I'd rather progress and move through. But if we die like super early or something, we'll back out. Warlock SP1 Dex is a lot easier in 60 frames per second. Do you know what, dude? I should probably start trying it. As you guys know, I love Dust. I think Dust is a phenomenal champion. And she's like another really good example of like, she's good in Battlegrounds. I think she's a good defender. She's almost like a better defender. She's like a defensive leaning dual threat in Battlegrounds. But I used her to like take out Atumas and things like that. But then I'll do like war fights and she just is like phenomenal. Like her control over the fight, the way she works, all those immunities. I've used her in questing. And so she's one of those champions where like every time I think I'm done with the footage for video, I'll take like one more fight or something like that. And the relevance is I was doing a fight in the Alliance War Showcase. There's an Atuma on the left side, and I was using Dust for it. And it wasn't a pretty fight. I might include it, I might not. But the thing that was really relevant is I've always struggled to evade Atuma's special 2 because I'm much more of a visual evader. I don't play the game enough to get down those precise evades that are different than the visual. If that makes sense, if you guys fully track that. And I was able to use the evade off of Atuma's SP2 truly through the visual like animations of it, and it was like perfect. Like it looked like I had room to spare. So there's a lot of evades like that, and I just happened to experience one last night, so that was cool. I saw a couple questions there at the bottom. I just don't know if they were for me. And actually, K-Dog, did you get the Lakers joke? You feel like the one person that might have. See, I thought I would try and evade. Try evades, they said. It'll be fun, they said. We got problems, boys. Yeah, I'm way too early. We're starting this lane over. I don't want to have to revive already there. Do you have anything special planned for 25,000 subs? Honest, I think my answer is going to sound sarcastic, and I don't mean it that way at all. But a huge dose of thank you and appreciation. Like, I've taken so many breaks on this channel. I have kind of like redone what this channel was kind of about. Like, it's always been about the game. But if you go like to the very beginning of this channel, there was a lot of crystal openings, like really big crystal openings. And I was like, I'm going to go get better at the game, right? And so the crystal openings just became less and less and less to the point where like I don't even do them anymore. And not that I don't show them to you. It's more like I just don't do them. I go big on the holidays and that's it. Which has been kind of cool because it's making regular crystal openings really significantly more meaningful because I don't have everybody all the time anymore. Now it's like, oh my God, I finally got so-and-so. And so then I went to For Loki, and it was about like just getting better at the game and that whole experience. So yeah, like a very genuine like thank you to a lot of you, because a lot of you have been around for a long time now, and that feels really good. And I feel like my channel has kind of hit it. I don't want to say it's stride necessarily. But I think we're in a good place, and I'm really happy about it. And I'm really excited to cover the game. I feel like the game... I need to buy myself some time. Whew. I think we're good. Let's see. I gotta be quiet here for a minute. Try to get this fight back on track. I'm gonna try to let this unblockable finish itself. All right, sorry about that. I was doing a lot of talking and the fight just kept going more and more sideways on me. JJ, thank you so much for that. I hope you really enjoy it. My intention right now is, for those who are like, what did JJ do? Signed up for a membership. I just released a whole two new tiers of membership pricing. The lowest one is actually truly $1. Like, I know so many people want to support and that you all are supportive. I appreciate the comments, everything, the likes, the shares, everything you all do, hanging out in streams. But I wanted a way for people to like show membership and that sort of thing. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate the $1. I know the value of $1. And I appreciate it a tremendous amount. And then OG Highlight, dude, welcome back, man. Thank you so much for being here. That's awesome. Tier above all, dude. Huge. That's awesome, buddy. Thank you so much for being here and signing up for the membership. The middle tier, I believe it's $4.99 is the pricing. We'll be getting periodically. I will put a video out early, like I did last night for the She-Hulk video. I will almost definitely do that for the Vox video that I have, because I'm just really excited about them. I want people to see them early. And like every once in a while, I won't do it as much because I do want to provide value to the $4.99 members too. I'll put those videos out for all members, even the single dollar tier. And then there is a higher tier. It's pretty expensive in my opinion. It's $9.99. for a members chat on my Discord. But you're always welcome to join my Discord, hang out. I hang out there anyways, in a lot of the channels all the time too. So that's cool. K-Dog, did you get the Lakers joke? That was been on my mind that whole time. Pretty sure I'm the deal of all sports things in old school. Dude, but you've never struck me as being from Los Angeles, or you just happen to know Chick Hearn and Magic Johnson and that whole era? For those who have no idea what I'm talking about, I was talking about the Razzle Dazzle. The butter's getting hard. The jello's jiggling. Cam Newton charges the same sponsors. Vega, 2 legends. Does Cam really? Is that looks like you're like being funny, but you're actually serious. I could see Cam doing that, man. I try really hard. I grew up in the era of I was a kid when like Jose Canseco was going for 40-40. Dwight Gooden was winning the World Series. I met Wally Joyner, and Wally Joyner's like, dude, I was just having a bad day, kid. What do you want? But he was a total jerk, like flat out a-hole. But you know, I was a little kid. I didn't understand that like he's an adult and maybe he had a headache, or maybe his kids were bugging him, or who knows what was going on in his life. It's not really a reflection of his whole demeanor, I'm sure. But I grew up in that era where like the transparency of that they are actually humans was really starting to hit. And so I tend not to enjoy celebrities or athletes as like, I just enjoy the what they do. Like the other day, Saquon Barkley and the Eagles are on. I love Saquon. I think he's an amazing athlete. And even in a league full of like amazing athletes, like I think he just visually stands out. Like you don't even have to know anything about the sport, and you're just like, that guy's different. And I was explaining that to my kids, where it's like, I don't know the man, but I know I really appreciate watching him play football because it's just different. The whole point of that was Cam seemed like one of those guys that was like, I'm grateful that I happen to be 6'5", an amazingly skilled man. I've worked my ass off to utilize those skills, and I want to have fun with everybody. Like he just seemed like that. So that actually makes a lot of sense. The mustard's off the hot dog. There you go. My man knows his Chick Hearn. I love it. You met Vince Neil in Las Vegas, and it couldn't have been cooler. See, that's cool. Like you have those interactions too, right? I'm not saying they don't exist. It's just like, you know, this little kid growing up, like Jose Canseco was like everything, going 40-40. That had like never been done. And also, this is just a different time. Like back then, like performance enhancing drugs was like talked about as if you were the bane on society, you know? All right, I gotta focus up on this because these fights, this group will kick my butt. I think I'm gonna try to dance around this unblockable timer because as comfortable as I am with that SB1, I've shown that I am not 100%. Accident striker, come on, girl. And I made the mistake I said I didn't want to make. We're ready for it. We are not ready for it. This is just showing why these fights are harder with Like, this was like a great example as to why people love big damage champions. It's not just that they look cool, it's like they help you get out of this stuff faster. Like we did with Guilly. We were just able to get in, get out. Get in, get out. Less time for nodes and defensive stuff to start piling out and get it tough. Mike, you're a 90s kid. There you go. Talking college football here. OG Highline, I'd love to see a Texas versus Notre Dame. Y'all say Notre Dame, right? Does anyone not say Notre Dame? Curious. People are probably like, why wouldn't you say Notre Dame? My mom used to like harp on me all the time. She's like, that's not how it's actually said. I'd be like, I don't know. That's what people say. Just shows how tanky DKG is. That's true. That's there's the other side of that coin, right? Is when they have the healing and the tankiness to withstand that and take the time, yeah, right? But the thing with Deathless King Groot is, and mine's only Sig 20, I mean, that's fine. I'm not trying to be like, oh, boo-hoo. Is the healing's not incredible. The healing's not incredible. Okay, now this fight's the opposite. I actually want to push her to her SP2. And I'm not going to worry about the weaknesses from the node. If I have the chance to push her to her SP2, I'm going to. What a jerk. Yeah, we barely got that off in time. Same thing. I'm just gonna push her over the bar. That's right. You get rooted because I was close. So just make sure you stay away from her. That's not too bad. Just, I'd say, as you saw multiple times, like, not worrying about the weaknesses from the node, pushing her over the SB2 was well worth it. Dom, not Dame, but yeah, most named Dame. Yeah, there you go. Chaos limits. Yep. And it's like Notre, right? Not Notre. That's the only way I know how to say Notre Dame. Yeah, HeatlyBros is saying it. Notre Dame. Pablo, what's up, bud? You don't say it that way, but you're not from the U.S. That's what I assume was kind of like the dividing line there. I'm from Philly, so no. What's up, Robin? Vega, what was your first concert? You're gonna guess Hillary Duff? No, I'm older. I'm older than that, actually. My first concert. So I'm sure I went to like other concerts, like with my parents or whatever. But the first one I really like was old. I actually went with my girlfriend, my high school girlfriend. Was called, again, you had to grow up in the LA area, but it was like it was an early festival. Like, this is not that festivals were brand new at that time. I'm not like Woodstock old, but it was this radio station called K-Rock. They played like alternative music at the time, and I think they still do, actually. And they held a big summer concert with like a ton of bands, They held it at the Irvine Amphitheater, and they called it the Weenie Roast. And so I went to that. And then not long after that, I went and saw Smashing Pumpkins, which at the time was my favorite band. No, yours was not Michael Jackson. I did not. No one's. Your first concert was Michael Jackson? That's pretty awesome. Your Highline. Or is that for? Oh, if the Horns make it to the ship, I most likely take the game. I've been to 2 World Series. Oh, you take your boy? That'd be awesome. And I remember we went to the World Series with them. That's awesome, dude. Pablo, yeah, I was literally called the Weenie Roast. I don't know if they still do it or not. Dude, you've been to the Weenie? Oh, yeah. I saw. So people were like, this guy talks like, welcome to my streams. Yeah, we had a great time. The band that I remember the most from that Weenie Roast was actually not Blink 182. I can't believe I said that. What the heck was their name? They had another like number name. I gotta play because I'm totally blanking on the name of this band, and they were awesome. Like they were fire. Okay, let's just play this. We beat him down with Guilly. That's what's gonna be hard. Is it's obviously not gonna be anywhere as fast as Guilly was. If I remember correctly, I don't need to worry about the combos. Yeah, so that's good. A little early on that. That's all right. Nothing to worry about yet. Oh, that's something to worry about. Oh no. This might be the end of us. Come on, man. I did not mean to do that. I forgot about his energize. Man, this guy's energized is a pain in the ass. Damn it. Obviously, we should have had that. Man, that's annoying. That's annoying because those are mental errors. And obviously you can evade the SB2. I mean, I did it. But, I'm going to heal all the way back up because I prefer not to have to use more revives. I've got a large stash. I've got plenty of crystals open. So I've got plenty of units. But I still have all those Necropolis runs to do. So I prefer not to waste them here. There's 2 big boys acting awfully nimble there for a minute. All right, not bad. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. Dean, no judgment. Who are we not judging? Oh, okay, go up higher. Kiss, dude. That's a pretty awesome first concert. Maybe one of the 100 times hit. You know, you can't blame folks for doing that, right? Like, they're like, oh, I'm sure this is the last time we'll ever do it. We're just getting older, boys. And then like a few years later, they're like, yeah, we still got it. There's a store where we live in San Francisco. You're like, really? There's a store in San Francisco? Tell us more. We've not heard that before. But there's a particular store in one of the areas we go to that like every 6 months has a going out of business sale. They've been doing this for like 8 years. To the point where even my kids are like, I don't think they're actually going out of business, are they? I was like, I don't think they are. All right, that wasn't bad. Why not use other champs instead of reviving? Oh my god, can I do that? I thought you had to beat him with each champ. That's possible. I literally thought I thought you had to. Was that the first story I've used for this quest? Yes. Wow, Kiss is a top 10 concert. Yeah, I actually don't enjoy concerts that much. And I would go see Kiss. Furniture store closing soon special. Oh, dude. Like, they are constantly like, and I remember the first couple of times we're like, oh, we kind of like that store. Like, we didn't buy a lot of stuff. They're a bit of like a, how do you call it? Like, I'm not sure what the right term would be for this sort of store. They're not like a furniture store or like a grocery store or something like that. Or they're not even truly a clothing store. So it's not like something that you're like, oh, well, I often need this thing. I'll go in and get those. They're more like a specialty sort of store. And yeah, anyways. No, you just need the champion of your team. Well, how about how you like them apples? HeatlyBros, K-Dog, my Boys to Men. You went to see Boys to Men? It's pretty awesome too, dude. I think they saw that movie 5 times with different ladies. Oh, Titanic. Got it. Yeah, that was... HeatlyBros. We're around the same age, I think, on that one. I hated that movie. I have not seen it as a true adult. So if it's actually good, I don't know. But God, I hated that movie. As adults, is there anything good about that movie? You will literally be teaching me something. Because all I remember was just being like, oh my God, this is like disgusting and it won't end. Please end. We know they're all going to die. Please end. Like, it didn't end. It just would never, ever end. And then she's like laying on a piece of wood that, to my recollection, had like plenty of room for him. And it was like, he just hop on. You all shown you're very okay being very close together. Like, I watched the movie way more than I wanted to. Y'all are close together a lot. But now you can't be right next to each other? Like, something seemed really strange about that. Anyways, sorry. Y'all got me on a little rant there. Random question, Vega. Do you ever see yourself going back to A-Tier War? You know what? This feels like we're going to take a natural pause. I'm sorry, everybody. I want a little break from the gameplay anyway. I'm actually going to be leaving for BGs here. I've really enjoyed it. I think if you want to play BGs, what I think is actually, I think it's healthy. I don't think as a general, Abdo is the leader of 4BGs. And he does not advocate, in fact, actively talks against, what's the term where you like lose on purpose and then you win? Like basically like point farming. And the minimum is only 550,000, which to some of you might be like, dude, that is a ton. But I found that I could pretty regularly hit that minimum without feeling like I was playing significantly more than I wanted to. So I think if you want to play BGs like that, the players are really smart. They're helpful too. They know the game well. I think it's a really great place to be. I'm grateful that I've been there. For a couple of different reasons, I am leaving. One of which is I am interested in high tier war again. I'll admit I fully am interested in high tier war, and also I don't know if y'all have noticed. I hope you have that I'm really not reinvigorated because I always have been, but I'm invigorated in my channel and in putting out content. That takes a lot of time. It takes a tremendous amount of my time. So a lot of my MCoC time is going towards putting out videos, like getting the fights in and like the editing and trying to like make them videos people actually want to watch, which I respect. I get that. I'm glad. I think it's good. And I've accepted that what that partially means is I don't want to feel like I have to play enough to hit a minimum. Also, one of the big takeaways, I told you guys, I do the top 10s every June and December because I find them fun. I do think they're informative, but also I learn a lot from them. Like I really do go and I read a lot of the comments, and a lot of the upset comments I saw were people just like really misunderstanding the video. And so what I try to do when I see stuff like that is I'm like, okay, my job isn't to make them happy. I'm not gonna like now be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I didn't make the video you wanted. These other 20,000 people seem very happy, but what I tend to do is be like, okay, is there a way I can help decrease the likelihood of them being confused? And that has made those top 10s better and better and better every year, in my opinion, every, June and December. And one of the things I realized is like, I don't think people fully grasped how much of my recommended 10s were still through the prism of Battlegrounds. And so all of that's coming together, and I was like, okay, if I'm more and more wanting to do this channel, one of the biggest things I think I do that you all seem to like from me is advice. I think it'd be good if I had a more well-rounded game experience. And even though like I think I'm discounting for Battlegrounds, and I've got of course the full Illuminati, who a lot of them are not Battlegrounds fanatics. Some of them are. They're great in Battlegrounds, but they're not necessarily fanatics. I'm like, okay, if I had a more well-rounded experience, I think I'd be better at doing the videos and the advice giving that I want to give. So yeah, there's a very good chance in the next 2 to 4 months, you see me back in high tier war. My plan for right now is I'm just going to leave 4 BGs and I'm going to be allianceless for a while. That will allow me to just focus on the videos. I have a ton of videos. I said earlier in the stream, I told Misty K, I think I gave her like 8 thumbnails to do. And then literally today, I was like, hey, can you do this other one too? So there's just a lot of content as far as videos that I want to get out. And then I want to get all those Necropolis challenges done, all those Karina's challenges and all that. So that's going to take time. And then I think I actually might go back to tier 1 war, or I'll go somewhere that's like tier 3, tier 4-ish, and doesn't have as high of a BG requirement. And I will try to like stream content more, like this sort of thing. So that's kind of what my plan is actually. OG Highline, I appreciate you just asking. I've kind of been wanting to talk about it. That's why in some videos in December, I talked about how there's a slight chance prestige might start mattering to me a little bit more. You're still not going to see me like, I don't know. I ain't taking Infamous Iron Man to 200. That's not happening. But I might start taking prestige into account a bit more. All right, we'll catch up on chat a little bit, and then we'll get back to the gameplay. I forgot about that. I ranted about the Titanic. You just get a bonus rotor pack. Oh, geez, save your resides for Necro. Thank you. Yeah, if I die, which I almost definitely will with Deathless Vision, I just don't enjoy playing him that much. I'll utilize that. It's a really good movie, but it's depressing. The Titanic. All right, maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll watch it as an adult. I'll probably see it differently as an adult than I did as like a 19-year-old or whatever I was. Titanic lovers will be picking in front of Vegas. Oh, dude. But it's not clear. Thank you, K-Dog. We saved it at the end. The board wouldn't hold both their weight. Maybe. All right. Whatever. They didn't even try. Do they? My recollection is they don't even try, though. Like, they're just like, no, you take it. I love you so. Whatever. We need to move off of this. Catching up. I've never seen Titanic at this point. I won't on principle. The one scene from that sticks out for me that I'm like, it'll get, now that I'm married, I've been married for 20 years, is there's like, in my recollection, when the boat's clearly going down, they show this like older couple and like they're like holding hands or something like that. They obviously know that they're done. And that might hit me in the feels. That'll get me. It's almost getting me right now. You share your life with someone like that. It's just a different thing. That 19-year-old me had no idea, none, and he shouldn't have. Sweet, can't wait for the war videos. Thanks, OG Highlight. That's exciting news. I love. Yeah, I miss war. I miss the camaraderie that comes with it. Yeah. It's good to take a break from the more intense games from time to time. It's actually healthy. I agree with that. You've all seen me up in Celestial a few times in Battlegrounds, and almost every time I'm like, what am I doing? I'm playing too much. Given the things I want to do. Like, I have a full-time job, full-time family. I'm a very involved dad and husband. And I want to have a successful YouTube channel. And I'm now using my MCoC time to, like, grind to Celestial. Like, I get why people do it. It's not a smart move for me. Heinrich, thank you very much. Your channel's been popping lately, and your ability to get so many YouTubes to collab has created a smorgasbord of insight. Genius soul. Thanks, man. That's been very intentional, K-Dog. I appreciate you recognizing that. What's up, Trevor? How you doing, bud? Maddie's here. Dude, Matt, I've mentally said hi to you so many times. Absolutely, thank you. All right, let's get back to this. Oh, OG Highline. Yeah, dude, that's gonna get me. Okay, last one from Benny. Vega, just seen Jabari, the big channel. Some dude took down a bullseye 14. Dude, her damage is intense, guys. Is. The Jabari video was fully one where I was like, oh, God, so tempting to have the thumbnail and the title and everything be like, she's the best champion in the game. But it's like, no, you don't do that. Like, you need to present realistic stuff. But, dude, where she's good, she is good. She is really good. Her damage might be good enough that she does have utility, as you're pointing out, and we talked about it in the video, that combined might be more than enough, where she is just great. What I want to see is if they start doing, like, combo stuff again. I meant what I said in that video. Here, I'm going to start playing, and if I die, I die. There was a time, and we got some players in here who've been playing for a long time. Do you all remember thinking that with Squirrel Gang, my recollection is that it was Squirrel Girl. Oh man, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing at all. I gotta pay a little attention here. When Squirrel Girl came out, didn't she has like all that combo manipulation, and I feel like there was even like a node. There was something else that it was existing in the game that made us think, or not all of us, obviously. And I like Squirrel Girl from a TV show, so I was motivated to see value for her. There was like, oh, she's gonna be really good for this. This is like a thing. If that comes back, I think Okoye will rise even more. Like when I talk about like the meta score when we're evaluating champions, I think because she'll be asked for more. I think where she shines, what she brings to the table, will be significantly more asked for. My watch is blowing up. I'm sorry, everybody. I gotta check and see what's going on. It's my wife. Everything's fine. It's just going to be a second. I apologize, everyone. Just another minute. All right, I'm back. Vision has quick hands like Floyd Mayweather. You know what, K-Dog? I mean, Floyd Mayweather. That's like Hall of Fame stuff. I don't know if I could put Deathless Vision in anything that's remotely Hall of Fame-ish. Your point remains, and you might not be wrong. You're like, thanks for telling me I might not be wrong, dude. Didn't burn enough. All right, just throw your stupid special, dude. Wow. You know, Deathless Vision really hits soft when you don't actually phase and get the Furies. There we go. You know what? Let's screw around. That was actually fun. I don't know if I want to do that a lot, but that was actually enjoyable. Mrs. Vega is texting Vega about the Titanic Slender. She's like, I heard what you said. We were watching that movie 4 times this weekend. And then we're going to go in the yard, and I'm going to lay on a board, and you have to lay on the cold, cold grass. Dilly's here. What's up, Dilly? I'm not jumping through hoops to get trophy champions. I would not either, Greg. What was your highlight? I saw you on Instagram search on Green Mile. Oh, dude. I gotta see. I don't know if I ever saw that movie. Okay, this one I gotta focus because this dinosaur likes to kick my ass. Like, leave me alone, dinosaur. Oh, why did I go in with her? You can, this dinosaur's in my head. He's living in my head rent free. Vision, Deathless Vision is top 1. Deathless. I don't even know if that's true. Depression. So I I want to hold out. I want to hold out and make sure that like no other Deathless tech champions are coming our way over the next like decade. Like, you know, Crash always talks about how he's pretty confident the game could last another decade easily. I'm not quite there. I understand the facts of what you're saying, and it makes a lot of sense. But there's this tiny part of me that's like, yeah, I don't. Let's just hold off and let's just hold off and make sure. Let's just hold off and make sure. Nah, you're right. All kicks and giggles aside. All right. Now let's enter with the correct champion. Here we go. I hate this dinosaur. All the unstoppables. Nonsense. Depression stage, Death Edition has better power burn than... Yeah, he honestly, this is like a good example of a champion that someone like me wishes had more damage. I'd rather get out of the fight faster. But the control of the fight you just saw, like for 3 fights in a row, was really good. Like, exceptional. And then in a robot with dual immunities, like I fully get how Kabam puts out a champion like that. Like, they're really well made. Like, it's just not my cup of tea. And I think it's not the cup of tea of a lot of people who play the game. BG rewards are in. Oh, yeah. I got him. Let's do this fight with Thanos here and then move on. 91 is very specific. Sounds too accurate. Well, he is a robot. You know. I guess not Depression Seat though. You know what? Let's not worry about that. Okay. Do we heal or do we go and know we're probably going to die and use the other champions? I say let's save items. I want to be smart about this. Yes, triple immunity. Does he have it to the cold snap as well? And there it is. Yeah. Bleed poison goes out. Save him for last in case you get the 1%. 3, or is that just me? I actually am not sure what you're talking about, Kazuri. I'm sure you know what you're talking about. Is that the trap note or something? We'll go in with Deathless Guilly. I actually really enjoyed this fight with her. See why, and I called this out in the synergy video. I see why so many smart players. What's going on? have taken her to rank 3. And if you see how she did in Necro, it makes even more sense. Yeah, I felt that one. Hit the accidental striker, and then that just messed me up all over the place. See you, Highland. Thanks a lot for being here, bud. Ooh, dream job, dude. That sounds awesome. I'd love to hear more about that soon. And I was all excited about OG Highland's dream job, which is way more important than this. First day is on Monday. Dude, congratulations, buddy. That's awesome. All right. Let's get back to the matter at hand. Yeah, I mean, we got King Groot alive. It's pretty standard for me. We're about an hour and a half in, and gameplay starts to go downhill. Yeah. We gotta focus up. I also need to stop accidentally hitting my striker. Yeah. Yeah, yep. Hey, dog, I'm like reading your message over and over, and I can't figure out what it means. All right. I think I'll just revive Guilly because she's been by far my favorite for this. and just get it done. All right. Man, when it goes, it all goes. Yeah, I gotta take a break, guys. I don't want to just throw items away. Just a few minute break. I spent after the 19 whole years. Okay, JJ and I get it. K-Dog and JJ are having some fun. Vega, I want to know your thoughts. Who's better, Onslaught or Deathless Thanos? I think they're in the same tier. When the January tier list comes out, the Illuminati hasn't had a chance to evaluate it yet. So Deathless Thanos is only my evaluation. But I mean, some of them did take a look at it. I don't think many of them are going to disagree with it. They're both going to be in the highest. They're both in the highest tier in the game. So if you like have them both and you're trying to figure out which one you want to rank 3, I would just go with whichever one you need more right now. DLL was on the stream earlier. And one of the things he did call out was that like Thanos kind of like brought back a lot of stuff. And so like I've seen people talking about how it feels like Thanos might not be necessary because of Medusa or vice versa. I do think that there's enough about them that's different where you do want both. Like I want both. I love Medusa. You all saw what I did for the in ranking her up and the Awakening Gem and all that stuff. So I don't. They're the same, buddy. Like honestly, if you're looking to like choose one to rank up first, I would just go whichever one you need more for whatever's going on. All right, it's time to focus up. And get this done. I really want to get this over with in this stream. Thanks, HeatlyBros. All right, Death is Guilly good. You know what's funny is I used to say, I think I used to say Ace Meanie or something like that. Obviously just brutally misreading the name. All right. By the way, he's not immune to bleed. He's immune to cold snap, poison, and frostbite. Deathless Vision? He's a robot. He doesn't even have poison. Let's go. Let's do this. No, Deathless Thanos. Oh, I was like, oh my good God. Death's Vision is the Warlock use. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I was so like, oh no. All right. Whenever the defenders, oh, I gotta write this down. 131. Whenever the defender struck or blocks attack, this is a chance to. Okay, we don't obviously have to worry about that. Whenever the robot, okay, we don't need to worry about that. Every 15 seconds, and it gains an indestructible buff and an unblockable buff. These buffs are paused indefinitely unless the attacker is close to the defender. Don't enjoy that node. This defender takes 6% less damage while there are no debuffs. Thankfully, we've got degen. All right. Ooh. Really, Pablo? You're figuring out how to counter Bullseye with... So... Shoot. We gotta move through this because I want to get this done. The one of the things with Thanos, is all the testing was like not a criticism, but I found I was like, look, for questing and stuff and war and all that, I don't care. Was getting up the panic with the counter punch was like going to take chip damage, like Photon, Bullseye, or like you're not going to want to use him for them in battlegrounds. I'm curious about this though, Pablo. For those who don't know, Pablo's an incredibly smart player, and gotten to know them well. So, yeah. Here we go. Thank you, OIC. Appreciate the positive thoughts, the encouraging thoughts. You can tell, like, I've learned that when I haven't streamed in a while, plus getting tired, the accidental strikers are like one of the biggest giveaways. Which is something I got to figure out, because this is what I'm hoping to be my normal stream time. I'm hoping to stream on Fridays at 11, which means it's going to coincide with lunch. So I got to figure that out. That's on my end, though. No, that's on my end. If y'all have suggestions, let me know. Greenfield, what's up, bud? The Thanos, the last boss of Alliance War, is going to be scary. Not going to lie, Kushala will wreck him though. Yeah, I think he's going to be tough. Just he's designed to be a stall, right? And kind of like we saw, like my first fight with him in the stream, I soloed him like it was nothing. And just slowly, as like time goes on and you're talking or whatever, like, and then all of a sudden you like miss a single evade and things just start adding up. Plus, remember, like, we're getting the grit passive here. I think that's going to be a big part of it. And, or it might be a buff. I don't remember if they're giving us a passive buff. I really want to test out actually Chill. I'm curious about Chill for Deathless Thanos for a variety of reasons. But the way her bleeds interact and are just like constantly doing damage, I'm curious for that reason. I need to concentrate here too, otherwise this guy will do bad things to me. Oh, unblockable. That's good. We're gonna start this path over because I wasn't thinking at all. You suggest you stream eating lunch napkins at all? Could I just tie one in like right here? Like a little bib? Thank you, Depressioncito. This is again what I'm talking about. I just literally put out a video on her this morning. I'm forgetting stuff. I can get Photon from SIG 20 to SIG 80. Is it worth it? How serious do you take Battlegrounds? I think that for me would be the big determination. I am glad that I have not put my 6 stones into her, and I love Photon. I love her. She's one of my favorite champions to play. But I'm glad I've had those 6 stones for other uses. I beat you sometimes, but then I personally would not put 6 stones into her. Because it sounds like she's already awakened. You said SIG 20, right? So I think that's what gives her the neutralized immunity. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. Like, I've never once felt like my Photon would have been better, or I would have done better in a fight, or if only she was a higher SIG, I could have used her here or there or something like that. I wouldn't do it. I think it's your like really high tier battlegrounds you want, because it's the whole like debuffs on light, if I remember correctly. So yeah. Half God sold all my 6-star Awakening gems and I finally got. Can you explain to me what that's about? Well, where did you sell them? What are you? You've got. You said Crossbones is SIG 200, and you got my attention. That nothing will get my attention faster than my ability to get 6 stones into Crossbones. All right. Let's try to focus here. Yeah, that wasn't gonna go well. Unbelievable. I'm just gonna revive, guys. In case you can't tell, I'm struggling more and more to concentrate. Oh, gee, Highline, you had to come back to do that? Now that's a sad movie, dude. Like that's. This is, I don't like this. I don't like that I'm doing this. Degen obviously could solo these, but I am accepting where my mental state is right now, and pushing forward. You personally found this path to be the hardest? As far as a path concerned, it feels like it is. But she handles this. Like, that was just me being, like, forgetting to place the fear debuff. Like, she's also the one rank 3 champion I have. This is just me, you know. Do I need a break? Yeah. If I was just playing the game, like if I wasn't streaming, I would go eat lunch and like take a break. But I'm streaming. I'm enjoying doing this with you all. So. What are you guys talking about? Thank you, I see. Take a break and go sell your awakening gems. Where is this a sale that came on that I'm not aware of? Can you review the Turn and Awakening gem and 6-tone offer that could be announced on Discord? You can sell your inventory now? Is this the new sigil? Let me do this fight here with Destroyer, because I think that's the last fight. Yeah. Let's just power through this. Announcement section in Discord has details. Thank you, Justin. No, just normal Kabam implementation. I mean, like, you guys have seen how many, like, Awakening Gems I have, and then I haven't been a true big whale maybe for, like, a year? See, like, this is a good example of, like, this is just me, like, being, not thinking about the fight. Like, you just gotta keep up your fear debuff. Just, like, it will simplify these fights tremendously. And then she's placing all these debuffs. Get your SB2. So the Wither will take care of the power gain if it kicks in. Like, just be smart about reapplying the fear. Do they have weekly whale anonymous meetings and support groups? Yeah, and I'm proud to say that after 2 years of attending them, I found I finally didn't need them anymore. Message retracted. I wonder what it was. Old man easy. For each gem, you can get 1 sig. Okay, so it's not like... It's not too wild, but it is interesting, right? Because... Alright, here's what we're going to do is... I want to try to get this fight down really fast. We should be able to. I'm then going to take a quick be right back. We'll be like a minute. And then we're going to come in and talk about this because... Based on what you guys are saying... There's a thing that I'm having difficulty getting it out of my head. That's kind of, it's not irritating me, but it's just kind of like, whatever. Hey, what's up, Misty? The desk is up and working for you? That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's finish this off. Let's try to make this clean like we did the first couple attempts, not like that last one. Get me my Thanos. And yes, it is my Thanos. You all have your own Thanoses. Let me have mine. Let's go. Or maybe we'll just review the offer now. Like, you know, whatever. Yeah, messed that one up. There's a, it's not, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing cheap about it. Doing this fight as much as we have today, there's a animation he has. I think it's his dash. I'm not sure what it is. Obviously I haven't been able to pinpoint it. That I am, misinterpreting the beginning of his SP1, the dash, and it's causing me to be way too early. All right. Monitor's not horizontal and I'm watching this standing up. Hey, that's awesome. It's I really like it. I have a stand-up sit-down desk I have for the last couple of years. One of the things I found is that sometimes I'll stand up too much. So I guess, yeah, be careful of that, but I'm really happy for you. I happen to know what a massive difference it makes. Just want to end it. There we go. Cool. I think overall that went really well. We used a couple of revives, had some fun, talked, chatted, hung out, got a 7-star Thanos. Don't want a mistake of thinking like it was literally just today that got the 7-star Thanos. It was a year's worth of quests and fights and all that. I think this was a massive win. I'm genuinely actually looking forward to the Necropolis run, everything except for the Grandmaster. I had a meltdown the first time I ever did that fight. Like, there's a small chat I'm in where I was... my meltdown was so bad, I knew that I was like, I need to keep this as private as possible. I am really pumped up for this dude. All right, we're gonna be right back. I promise. I'll be back in like 30 seconds, 30 to 90 seconds, and we'll talk about this because this is pretty interesting to me what y'all are saying, and I actually want to get your opinions about this because well, I'll save it for 30 to 90 seconds from now. All right. So what's going on? You all tell me here. Where is this deal? What's the situation? Where can I find this? Do I need to reset my game? What's up, Sanskrit? How you doing? Go to your Awakening Gem stash. Having those 45 Deathless 6 stones is pretty nice. Oh. Larry, hey, what's up, Larry? Do you mind go to the Vega Prime Lines, please? Not at the moment, but maybe in a little bit. I should read what Karate Mike wrote on Discord. Okay. Oh, it's in the MCoC Discord. Later today, summoners who have achieved the status of Valiant can now sell those 6-star in exchange for 7-star signature stones. Generic Awakening Gems can be exchanged. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not. I'll be honest. It's not what I thought it was when I first read it. When I first read what y'all are saying, like, this feels fine. What do you think? Do you all have strong feelings one way or the other on it? I mean, this feels like, I think it's good because I mean, I don't even remember why I have so many of these. I think they're from a 6-star max champion crystals, I think is what these are from. Yeah, HeatlyBros, like for me, the way I'm seeing this is like the one stone, it feels like it's enough where I'm like, well, it's not wasted. But I'm also not like, I think it's cool. It's like all right. Yeah. It is great. I can do a thing with a mass quantity of yeah, so I think essentially it's that. Like, also, sorry guys, my phone is like, everything's fine. I want to be abundantly clear. That's why you don't see me like paying attention to it. But since I said my wife texted like 45 minutes ago, it's my own fault. I should probably turn off the notifications on my watch. My watch has been like every 20 seconds blowing up. They didn't have to do it, so it's cool. Yeah, I guess that's where I'm landing on all of this. Is it's like, all right, cool. I was hoping for some sort of Awakening Gem. I think that I misread something earlier, and that I thought that we were turning these in for like, if we turned in like 50, we got a 7-star Awakening Gem, and I was like, oh my god, that's insane. Question. So Kazuri, you're kind of bringing up something that I'm curious on. What is your all thoughts? If you don't mind, I realize you all can only type. You can't talk like I can here. If anyone's willing to share your thoughts on the tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha for 10 units deal, and if you could tell me how you felt or feel when it was for the massive whales in gifting. Remember, I was on my vacation, and so like, and I got pretty sick on that trip. Like, I'm still sick, like the cold from hell. But I recall kind of becoming aware of it, and I was like, and I'll tell you my thoughts. Okay, while you all are typing and stuff, is when I found out about it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And I'll explain why. If you've ever been on a plane, right? I'm very fortunate. I have flown first class a few times. Enough where I've done it and I'm used to it, but I want to be abundantly clear. The vast majority of the times I fly, I do not fly first class. I do not. The vast majority. And when you're in first class, and I mean, we've all been there, right? Like I've been in coach and like I've been like the person right behind the curtain, and like it's annoying. And you can see you're like, they're getting warm towels for their face, right? And they like when you get on the plane, the steward or stewardesses come around, they're like, would you like coffee? How about some champagne? You know, and I'm like, I want champagne. I'm on this flight too. Give me some, right? But I know that like if I paid $300 for my flight, the person in first class paid like $3,000. And the champagne, it's not like they're giving them like Dom Perignon, right? And even if they were, these are like throw-ins. They're like freebies. They're like things that like in no way offset the cost of that first class ticket. There are things that the company does to make the first class customer feel like they got good value. While they really know, they're like, they still have, their flight takes just as long as everybody else's. like we gave them some like Tums, right? Like from the, like drugstore champagne, and like we poured it into a thing, and they're being like, oh, thank you, I'm so glad I got my first class seat now. You know, and I'm not saying it's not a better experience. It is. It's more comfy and stuff like that. But like again, I always like analogize banquet to a blind auction. That's why I always tell everyone, like, set your limit and don't go above it. And like on my Discord server, I told so many people, I was like, okay, remember the crystals aren't good. Save your units. That's why I still have 19,000. I used to have over 20, but I bought those 10 unit like gem things that are now for sale for us non-massive whales. I was like, save them. There's all this hard content coming. Save your units. Well, most people were like, but I want crystals. So they did it, and that's fine. Have fun. But it's like a blind auction. If you've ever been to an auction, like I just, again, context, like I live in San Francisco. My kids go to schools with, no joke, the children of people who have like sold apps that many of us use every single day. Like it is, I'll say it, to me, it's like an obscene amount of money, right? I'm not going to get political on this, but like it is a mind-blowing amount of money for a single family to control. And when they go to these auctions, I go, right? And I sit there at my little table and I have a very nice time and I have some free drinks and a meal. It's not free, I paid for it. And I'll put like, that like thing that someone got like donated, I'll bid $100 on that. Like, again, I'm a very fortunate person. But then they have the auction, and people are bidding like $50,000, $100,000, like it's literally nothing. And I'm like, yeah, give them another glass of champagne. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with it because like those people just paid for my kid's school to have like another teacher, like a whole salary or like all this stuff. And so when I saw it, I was like, yeah, it's annoying. I wish I got that deal too. I need those catalysts. I can't get them. But like, if that's something that Kabam can throw in and it makes someone who spent, what is it? Like, what was the threshold? Was it $20,000? Nova, quiet. Hey, quiet. Nova was like, I want to bark. Nova wants to be on the stream. There's Nova. It's here. If that makes them feel like they got good value, and they feel valued as like a customer, I'm like, fine. I would love it too, but I'm not going to sweat it. So that's kind of how I felt. So I'm curious. I was personally fine with the casinos all the time. Yeah, another great example, casinos, where they're like, hello, sir or ma'am, who just won $10,000. Would you like a free buffet? Because they know you're going to give them the money back. They're not like, they're like, it cost us like $10 to give you this buffet. But if we can keep you in this casino, you're going to keep gambling. And guess what? You're probably not only going to give us that $10,000 that you won, but because you got lucky at some point, you're probably now going to try to get that $10,000 back that you just lost. And now you're going to end up walking out owing us 10,000. And that's going to happen 99 times out of 100. Like, it's just, yeah. Free drinks. Yeah, Matt, you got it. I felt the whales clearly needed it to do the imbalance of the class materials, so it made them sense to me. It wasn't one of them. I didn't need the offer. Yeah, that's it. I appreciate it. And Kazuri, you know, I think that's really cool. And I think that's how it's been received. I want to read a little bit more of the comments here. I read Crash Reasoning before I saw the deal, so it totally made sense. I felt happy they offered to us, but I understood why people who spent so much got something. Okay. I've been in first class and the last seat at the back of the plane. Get me there as one piece and I'm satisfied. Yeah, I've literally been the seat that like you can't recline. We've all been there, or if you've flown enough, you've been there. Like the bathroom is literally like the wall, and so your seat can't recline at all. Which in general, does anyone recline? I want to hear this now. This is the poll. Is it okay to recline your seat on a plane? And let's go just to is it okay to recline your seat on a plane? For reference, for formatting of this, assume that the person ahead of you has not reclined their seat. Not recline their seat, because I do have a slightly different answer if the person right in front of you has reclined their seat. I do think it's a little bit different. So for the formatting of this one, it's if the person in front of you is still seated upright. What's up, Wet Noodle? Was it on the forums where people complained about the 10-year deal or the spender? I didn't see anything. So JJ, that it was in various spaces. Let's just say it was in various spaces. We commoners still have to access the airport lounge. We have to pay for it. First class domestic flights are not too expensive and upgrade when I can. However, first class international flights are too expensive. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Have you heard Spooky on stream? Yeah, Nova. So she's like a 35-pound Labradoodle. Okay, this is like a fluff ball of a dog. For me, she's big enough to still be a dog, though. Okay, she's a dog. Her bark is way more fearsome sounding than her. Like we sent her to camp while we were on this vacation, and so she wasn't around for like a week. They picked her up, and she wasn't around for like a week before we left. And like I missed her bark, like because we get packages a lot and deliveries and things like that, and I kind of liked her, like being like, "You come through that door. There's a German Shepherd on the other side, bro. You better not come through that door." Yeah, no one knows. She's actually just a little fluff ball. I never reclined for domestic, only really long international flights. That's different. Read last, Larry. Do you mind me and Jeff? Do you mind me and Jeff, Mike, build our alliance? Larry, I'm sorry, but I don't fully understand. I think what you're asking for is to be admitted into the alliance that my alt is in. I don't run that alliance, so I don't make that sort of decision. And honestly, I'm not on it very much at all right now. All my time MCoC has been going to content creation and trying to progress the Vega 583 account. Yes, but only if you ask the person behind you. Well, Depressioncito, that leads into that whole like opt-in, opt-out thing, right? But I hear you. At least you're like being aware of it. Thanks, JJ. I had a woman recliner seat the moment footage. Dude, that's the worst. Like you get set up, you got your food, maybe a book, or you're gonna watch something on like your phone or whatever, and then the person's like, need to recline a few inches. You're like, your few inches is like now your head is in my face. Old man easy, you missed the first part of my comment. We commoners still have access to the airport lounge. I was okay with the cheap deal. I saw it as a frequent flyer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they pay. Yeah, okay. But again, my chat, like, you guys are always, like, 99 times out of 100, people commenting, showing up to my streams are extremely reasonable people. Hey, Vega, how often do you grind? I never do, dude. Like, I haven't in years. You have to go back. I think the last champion, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I think the last champion I grinded out was Hyperion. And he wasn't new. It was like a rerun and like a 4-star or something like that, or a 5 or something. And like I was at my in-laws and like I got sick. And so I just had like extra time, something like that. Justin, you're 6'4", a hater plans. I hate that seat recline because it always has been easy. Yep. Climbing without my permissions, I get to rest my feet on your forehead. Vega, be honest, how many tier 3? I'll show you right now. I bought that deal. I read, I think it was FinTech said 20, you should do it 20 extra times. So I bought it 20 extra times. See, but here's what's interesting. We're all saying this, but still 54% of the poll said it is okay to recline your seat on a plane. So, there you go. Pablo, but like, honestly, why should I buy more? I didn't understand why I should buy more. Worst flight ever. So, we've done a lot of talking. The next stream asked me about this. It was truly an incident of someone reclining their seat and then having an absolute tantrum when their chair got bumped, and it wasn't even me. I didn't do the bumping. I think if it had been me that had done the bumping, I don't think they would have had the tantrum. But their chair was bumped accidentally by someone who was getting up to go to the bathroom, and this person turned around and just started like flinging vile insults. It was pretty wild, actually. Like, the people who work on the plane actually came over and told them they needed to calm down. Because Barry, I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. Because you're saying like there's wiggle room in the answer. I didn't, people voted. See, this is what's hard about this. This is why like consensus is so difficult too. Jeff's not wrong. I don't mind if someone reclines. If I do, then I recline, and then the person behind me should. And like, I totally get that. All right. Hey, no one should be taking their shoes off and putting them up on stuff. That's another story I have from a flight I took. My point of view, this is the best value of rank up materials ever. I can shift all my BG tokens and glory to the other materials. But like, what am I doing with them? Like, I'm not, like, I don't have... I understand some people are like, oh, I ranked up all these 6-stars. I'm like, okay. Like, if they were going to waste and I couldn't sell them, yeah, I would rank up 6 stars. But like, one of the biggest negative comments on the top 10s I just did was that I was not giving enough credit to 6-star champions. Like, I don't use them at all. Like, the only time I use Hercules is for AQ, and I hate it. But I do because he's Hercules and he does enough damage and he's fine. And if I mess up and die, like, I can just revive, or he goes immortal. But I don't use them. So like what am I... I still need to have the tier 6 class catalyst, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm open to the idea I'm missing something. I don't have a lot of tier 5 class catalysts. So Corpse is also hitting the other thing on the whole seat reclining. We flew on a flight. I've never been this packed into a seat before. truly, just, everyone's different. So whatever, we're here. It's only us, a small group of friends here. Like, everyone, let's say this, like, I'm barely over 6 feet. I'm not even sure I am anymore, to be honest. But there was a point in time in my life where I was 6'1". And a person that's also 6'1" and I could stand right next to each other, we're the same height, but like my knee to hip bone is going to almost always be, in my experience, longer than theirs. Like their torso is going to be longer or something to make up for the difference. And so like I was on this flight, I literally could not sit in the chair and have my hip up, like my butt basically, and low back up against the back of the seat and not have my knee in the chair in front of me. Like it just was not physically possible. And I had never had that to that degree before. And so people leaning back was a real issue. Thank you, Truth Comment. What's up, buddy? Good to see you here. Vega, can you give some advice for the Tech Awakening gem? Yeah. Shuri Prout. Oh, wow. You've already got Shocker. If you're looking to just be like the gem and done, like you don't want to put stones in, it's probably Shuri. Because if I recall correctly, Shuri's single awakened ability gives her the ability to block unblockable specials. Confirm that, please, before you use it. But I think Shuri, like, all you really need is one. I personally love Prowler. I was surprised at how many of the comments were surprised by that. But I think you want Prowler at like SIG 200. You want like 180 SIG 200. So if you want someone to invest in, play Prowler. Make sure you really, really like him. I will admit I have not been able to test Buffed Arcade yet. I am hoping to do that in the next day or two and get out a video on it. So I can't really give a great answer. I personally do not seem to like Sentinel nearly as much as the community seems to right now. I think he's very good. So if you like Sentinel, I go for it. But I'm not currently seeing Sentinel as great as everyone else is. I think he's very good. And then Ultron, if you're, again, same thing for Ultron and Prowler. I just think Prowler is more asked for in this game right now, as far as like the general meta and defenders. But if you would take Ultron to a high SIG, right? Because I think that reduces the debuff duration of two pretty prominent damage and debuffs. So if you could get that down, it's going to open up like full new fights for you. Matt 2 Hill is very new. Oh, Planet Earth 4 Loki. Yep, Matt is a phenomenal player. Great guy, too. All right, everybody. I appreciate it. We did a lot of just like yapping here at the end. That was a lot of fun. This is my intention, is to continue to have Friday around this sort of time be my stream time. Did run into a slight issue, I'll admit. I am not feeling great too. I think that added to it, just kind of like getting hungry. You guys are like, great, we're all hungry. But I want to be able to stream and stay relatively high energy and play a little better for you all. So we'll see, we'll figure it out. But I think Fridays is something that I can pretty much commit to. And so I'm gonna continue to look for a specific day and time that I can do. So that way you all know, hey, we want to hang out with Vega. We want to ask him a question. This is when you can do it. And because I really enjoy doing this with you, it's just whenever I stream a lot, I always then end up way too far behind on something else. And that's a mistake I continuously have made over the last few years. I think Enzo is actually streaming. So let's go ahead and raid Enzo. Let me, if anyone has the link to Enzo's channel or stream, go ahead and throw it in there. I got it already. Thank you to everyone for you all like hanging out. Like I said, literally all support means a lot to me, and I appreciate everyone who signed up for the new membership offers and levels. That's really cool. It's cool to see. It's cool to see those hats and stuff like that, and it really does help people stand out. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for joining in the airplane conversation and all the encouragement while we were getting our Thanos. I really I'm glad. I'm pumped up. Yeah, I really think he's the best cosmic champion in the game. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Hope you have wonderful, wonderful weekends. Take care. How do you end this damn thing? See you guys. Bye.